Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Just back in here.
Dude. Looks so tiny.
Oh, it's stuck. Okay. It had its moment. Okay, and now we're putting it down.
Aren't you gonna ask what I had in mind?
Yes.
I was gonna start.
We're gonna start by discussing some things that we're wearing. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to an exceptionally special episode.
Exceptionally
Exceptional episode where we discuss the looks from the Met Gala. This year, I am with my lovely co-host Cami Angelina Owens, formerly known and now known as Cami Casati. And we're going to start off because if we went to the Met Gala, we would certainly look incredible. What are you wearing, Cami, tonight?
The best.
We would win best dress.
This isn't what I would be wearing if I was invited.
But
out of my closet.
out of your closet.
Out of my own closet, I have a dress that I made. And then I thought of just decadence and pearls and broken necklaces that I have that are just draped over me with a bunch of rings in here because it's about decaying, right?
Going back to nature.
So I have some of my very own, out of my own body, baby teeth.
You are not an aesthete if you don't have props. And that's part of it. That's
where I think the most fun is. I keep making a shadow on your face with this. This little bag I thrifted somewhere, but it's also falling apart. All the beads are coming off.
This Met Gala theme, our interpretation of the theme is going to be decadence for sure, and we'll get into that.
1890s.
1890s, fin de siècle.
What are you wearing, Miss
Today I'm wearing, this is the 12-year dress. If you've been watching my channel, you'll know that this dress, you've probably seen it before. This dress I bought at the greatest thrift event of the year, which is the Current Affair thrift. It's like a festival, honestly, but
yeah.
It's held.
It's an affair.
It's an affair. Yes, so I purchased this dress there from Van Heese's. Thank you so much for this dress. But this dress was, she had this dress for 12 years. And it's from the 1920s. It's handmade, hand beaded. And it's very much a slip dress. It's silk, so there's no zipper or anything. So I just put it right on, and it's definitely it's got some moth holes in it, and it's old and decaying as well, and I feel like it's very
12 years, you know,
yes,
time.
12. Yes, time.
Garden of Time.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. God, there's so much to say. But the Garden of Time is the theme, and then the Sleeping Beauties is the exhibition. And so just, I guess, tell me a little bit how you feel about the theme and I guess the performance of everybody that came in, just briefly.
I didn't realize that, because this is the first year that they've done kind of the two themes.
Mm-hmm.
Or not that they're two different themes, but because one is the exhibit and then one is what people were told to dress for,
mm-hmm.
which even Anna Wintour was like, I know I confused everyone here, I definitely think Garden of Time is great after I was reading about it in the J.G. Ballard story.
Mm-hmm.
I read that today.
Yes, really,
and
definitely one of my favorite short stories now.
Yeah, it's
100%.
great. I mean, I don't know about you when you were reading it, but I thought of Melancholia.
Sure. Lars von Trier. Yes, impending doom. Yes.
Scene, with nature in that too.
Mm-hmm.
And you have one character, Kristen Dunst, that's just very accepting towards it, and they both kind of were in the story, I would say. I kept seeing all these flower dresses in that movie Midsummer.
Yeah.
Huge thing where she was covered in flowers. I kept thinking that. What about you?
Yeah. I too was very surprised to see that it was inspired by a J.G. Ballard short story. I personally myself love the author, and I did not know about this short story. So I read it, and it just reminded me of, it just felt like an echo chamber, almost like I was being reminded of something that I think about all the time, and this idea of decadence. Like I said earlier, that's very much a theme that I see in our society, and in just the fact that this is the theme for this year is it seems like no surprise to me. And I just loved the idea of these very wealthy, opulent, this couple that are just staving off the impending destruction of their hierarchy and of the opulence and the beauty in which they live in, to then, I guess, to give in to that, and was hoping to see more like 1890s, Oscar Wilde and like the Marchesa Casati and that kind of the aesthetes.
I thought the men went that route.
The men absolutely did, and I was very happy about that. Absolutely. I was very impressed by the men this year, of all things, of all people.
But should we get into
let's that's enough introduction, of course. I feel like there were other years that were far worse and disappointing. I feel like this year, this theme was pretty easy. It was kind of hard to mess up. If you wore flowers, it was just like, all right, I guess. We're just gonna get right into it, folks.
Looking.
Right into it, folks.
Okay, Zendaya, a host. Which,
yes.
She's given Rihanna a run for her money in terms of hype, that people are excited to see Zendaya.
The other one is tough. I loved this look very much. I liked the coat, like the kind of corsetry and
the flowers.
But it's not like too Delara. Zendaya, I think the second look, the Margiela look, was just a little bit too
carnival or something,
like Christmas gift wrap, just a little. Unfortunately,
I really liked him. Bad Bunny.
Wait,
his interview was great. I love that he just spoke Spanish the whole time.
You can't really go wrong with Galliano. I'm honestly surprised I didn't see more John Galliano pieces, especially archival pieces from Dior.
So much Loewe and Tom Brown.
Yeah.
So much.
If you're sleeping with the guy that...
married
with the guy, yeah.
Gigi
all right,
Hadid.
So we have to start... I think we should really...
We can...
just run with it. Gigi Hadid's dress was single-handedly one of the worst outfit, like worst gowns I've ever seen.
I said this last night, and I remain to this, that it looks like icing on a fucking wedding cake in 2004. It's
so bad. I know Tom Brown is a prolific and very talented designer, but that is not the dress. It isn't.
Misses, though.
She said that there were multiple people embellishing this gown. Yeah, and I just think that was a waste, such a waste of craftsmanship and artisanal work. It's so sad to see that much work went into such an awful design. Like, I wish there was somebody who stepped in the beginning and was like, hold up, wait, before we put all this work into this, is this really what you want to do? Is this really the dress you want to put all this work into? She has a rose on her crotch. It's weird. It's Cabbage Patch. I don't know what that is about. It's bad. Okay, I guess... All right, this is the only thing. I'm not even going to talk about her sister. We're going to talk about Kendall, because I like the dress. I love that dress. I love Alexander McQueen for Givenchy, okay? And I love that he got so much shit for making clothing like that whenever he was working for Givenchy. However, seems that Kendall Jenner, as well as Kim and the other sisters, seem to like to overcompensate for their lack of depth with clothing that has nothing to do with them at all, and clothing that they don't have any appreciation for. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't think that Kendall Jenner deserved to wear that dress. I don't think that Kim should have worn Margiela. I don't think it makes sense. Kim should have stuck to Balenciaga. That's it. I'm done with that. Okay,
Lana.
What do you think about Lana?
I think it's on theme. I think it's cool. It's, it's kind of in between for me, honestly. Her shoes, though, oh my God, they're awful.
Really bad?
Did you see them?
No.
They're awful.
I love Lana. I love Lana with my whole heart. I do. Personally, this is not one of my favorite Alexander McQueen looks, and I think, I'm so sorry, I think it looks kind of cheap on her. I don't know why. I really don't. That's a hot take from me. I love her glam. I love even the drapery, but the dress itself looks very Macy's to me, and I can't quite identify why. I think it's just that dress maybe would look better in a low light environment, but it is washed the fuck out with all of those lights. I personally don't care for it very much. Tyla.
This is my favorite.
They had to pull that girl.
She's my favorite. And she's the first one I saw when we turned the live on. Completely out of sand with the hourglass. Hair and makeup was great. Sand on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
It was very elegant.
Yeah. They even carved her butt out.
Yeah. And then they carried her up. She literally had
They had to carry her up the stairs.
That was so beautiful. And this was Balmain, which is so funny that it's my favorite because Mr. Olivier
he really
tried to do kind of the same thing, but
yeah, that was woo. I'm literally I'm gonna put in our reaction here.
Joining us now is my friend Olivier from Beaumont. How are you feeling tonight?
What the hair?
What the fuck is this? Met Olivier. What? You have to have some secrets, honey. What's the secrets to showing up and having a smashing Met?
Oh no, nobody's topping that. I don't know what.
I would agree.
I don't know. He must have been drunk or something putting that outfit together because I don't know why he put on that awful braided hair headpiece thing, and then the silhouette is already he looks pregnant, and then he puts on these bell bottom pants.
Yeah. So he looks this tall.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
It was and then the shoulders, the exaggerated shoulders on the blazer. It was what in God's name were you thinking? It was atrocious. It was frightening. Doja's one of my favorites.
She had so many good looks. I wonder why they picked this for this,
Because it's
I loved the sheet that they had. Did you see the
and it said dress on it?
Yeah.
Oh,
the huge
God.
tag. I thought that would have been cool for this. Pat McGrath did her makeup.
Oh my God, yeah, dude.
And it's hair gel.
Mm-hmm. Hair gel and water. She was so cold.
That's great for the nipples, though.
Yeah. This is one of those outfits that people think wasn't on theme. And while it isn't crazy immersive in it or anything, it doesn't reference the story, the J.G. Ballard story or anything, but she did say, that cotton is the most used flower, the most consumed by the fashion industry, and she's wearing a t-shirt, and that silhouette is one of the most memorable silhouettes in modern fashion. So, and it's this
in terms of time and garment.
That the fact, especially Demna, especially Vetements and Balenciaga, and the exaggeration, almost the way that the garments have been enlarged in order to evoke luxury, the way that old nobility used to wear huge amounts of fabric. Yeah. I think that's fucking genius. And the fact that the t-shirt has grown to that length and is being created like a gown, I think that's genius. And then just slap some water on the girl. It's very reminiscent of that Galliano Fallen Angels show as well, even though they don't have anything to do with one another. But yeah, big fan of Doja, big risk taker. Thank God for her.
People love her and they fucking hate her even more.
Yeah, that's great. She's doing her job. She looked stupid. He looked unbelievable.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
He's one of my favorites.
Very much like the like late 1800s, like suiting and tailoring and that kind of thing.
And he had a watch and a
pocket watch.
Pocket watch.
Yes, a watch and a pocket watch.
Yeah. Times two.
Times
There he
two.
is.
Yeah, Barry looked
Phenomenal.
like decadent chocolate cake.
He's in like
he looked
top
so good.
5 for men. He had a top hat and he decided not to put it on. Burberry.
Wow. And the scarf and everything, just like a dandy through and through. He looked perfect. I was very happy to just see a lot of fucking jewelry on men. I was loving all the brooches, lapel pins. I personally, I don't really know very much about her or anything, but this look by Fendi, to me, was very reminiscent of the actual story, and like the flowers in the story being kind of made of like glass or like crystal. That immediately, it just reminds me of like the 2 buds at the very end. That's like the last little moments of time that they have left before the mob reaches them. And I think this look is very successful in that way. I think it looks good on her, and I like that cascading effect. I think that's a beautiful dress. This. I really like this
love
look.
it. Oh, I tried to look up who he is, and he's just some like rapper. But like, I was like, wait, what? Who are you wearing? Who are you?
Yeah, this is definitely like number 2 for me when it comes to menswear.
That's great.
I don't know who he is either, but
Jeremy Pope in Tanner Fletcher. It's great.
Shit, I bet this is probably on some people's worst dressed lists, but I am
fantastic.
Yeah, no, I think he looks lovely. He didn't overdo it with his hair or any jewelry or anything.
Yeah, the shoe shape,
everything. I love that combination, that kind of androgyny.
I would love
and
to see a back photo.
Yeah,
I could not find anything of like a side view or anything.
I think, it's very clever with the garters on the shoulders and just that mixture of like sleaze from, like theater performers and such, like at the turn of the century. I love that very much. Reminds me too of Margiela's recent collection of like the underground in Paris.
Yeah. She put on her Instagram, if I'm not on your best dress, you're fat phobic. Don't put that in either. Sorry. I'm sure.
I don't know. I think that's really, this just, I'm putting that in. I think that's ridiculous. It has nothing to do with the fact that she is saying, she literally said she's fat, so I'm going to call her fat. Okay? I don't care. I think that this dress is dumb. I literally just hate the hem. I hate the hem, and I hate that she has a corset on her head. It doesn't even have anything to do with their body. If a person of a smaller size would be wearing that, I would still think they looked stupid. This is a dumb dress. It's a badly designed dress, and I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I'm not fat phobic. I just think she looks stupid. It's a dumb dress.
Emily Ratajkowski, I'm so sick of you being naked. I'm so sick
Another
Change it.
Wow, the sequins are made into flowers. Good job.
Balenciaga was very hit and miss. I really liked some of the men's.
I don't know what exactly Demna's idea was with some of this like aluminum foil and like gold lame fabric thing. Serena also looked awful. It was not too much of that fabric is insane. Like, yeah, those were not good looks at all, unfortunately.
Nothing to say about that.
Naomi Campbell looked basic as hell. What was that? Dua Lipa.
Hey, somebody good. We love you.
I
don't know your
one of my
music
favorites.
at all. I don't know you at all.
I
But
don't-
you
yeah.
did so good with Marc Jacobs.
Yes.
The tall ass shoes, the lace, how low the corset is, like the hips are out.
Oh yeah.
The
Very
hair
low.
is great. The fucking feather train.
She
One of the best dressed for me.
Yeah, 100%. For me as well. The only issue is whenever I was listening to their interview, it doesn't seem like it seemed like the only thing theme related was Marc Jacobs' career through time, and just that, like, it doesn't seem like there was much of a inspiration from the theme at all when both of them were talking about it. And there's multiple people who wear Marc Jacobs that did well. And this look, I would die to wear that, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is on theme is like the decadence, very much like very exposed, like practically like inner underwear, just like
Yeah, maybe they just didn't.
sex appeal and like I love and showing, you know, lingerie and everything, but everything else, it just didn't seem like they were very inspired by the theme as much. Okay, a lot of people don't like this look. Personally, I love it. I love Keke Palmer in this.
I think it's fine. I love her hair.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do much for me though.
She looks like a Babylonian goddess. Like, I absolutely love it. Like, one of my friends,
Babylonian for the theme.
just a long time ago, just like bringing it to the future. I think I love that so much. She looks like she's like, what she's wearing actually looks like rotting off of her body too, like rotting gold. I adore it. Basically, anybody who wore Delara did their job. I'm surprised I didn't see more Delara, but to be honest though, I don't know. She did great. I'm just not like a huge fan of this particular dress, and particularly on her. I don't think it's the most flattering thing in the world.
They're deconstructed dresses, right, from the 18th century.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of what Delara does is uses remnants and old pieces and trimmings from those time periods. So yeah. Again, she looked, I liked the idea, but just not super crazy about her in it. This is the Valentine. I don't know who Jordan Roth is, but this is that midsummer look. One of those awful midsummer looks. Like, what is that?
They say the word garden and they're like...
Okay, this was something that I wanted to mention because I have this written down. But, so Stella McCartney, right, is known for sustainability, and that was a pretty large part too about the Sleeping Beauties conversation that they were having, that it is a lot about like regeneration, and a lot of the like Loewe looks and a lot of the looks were supposed to be inspired by sustainability, sourcing materials and like new ways to make garments and things like that. So FKA Twigs, anybody that was wearing Stella McCartney, that whole group, the three of them, I really enjoyed that. Not a big fan of lab-grown diamonds or gemstones, period. I know that's a difficult position to take in general, but FKA Twigs always knows what the hell she's doing when she dresses for an event, and I love her every time. I think her hair is wow. Oh my god. I love the weaving of it, and like I love the yarn. She just looks like nobility, like royalty every time I see her in like an old painting. She's great.
I only like her hair and her shawl. This, I don't think suits her or it or all together. I don't know. I think it should have been simple, not so like sporty, I guess, in juxtaposition with this kind of thing. I love this, but I like everything but the shoes here, because this is very Oscar Wilde to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the shoes bother me so much.
I know, that's why I cover them up.
I hate
it's
them.
It's Loewe, Josh O'Connor.
Right, yeah.
His shirt, though, tiny, tiny little white beads.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's like more than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And he is one of my favorites, for sure.
That's
suits
wonderful.
Him. It's just the shoes that
the shoes fuck it up.
The shoes are out of the same tiny little beads as these, but obviously they're like floral, which like the shape, everything. It even like fucks up the pants. You know? They don't lay right.
I don't know what the hell.
Because they're like chunky and
The beauty about like menswear, I think that nobody like wants to talk about so much when it comes to the Met Gala. Everybody like just talks so much shit on menswear, but like really it is like these men have to like wear suits most of the time, and there's only like so much you can do, but the beauty is in like the fine details like that and the subtle nuances of menswear that make them really genius. And I think that's one of those looks. The beads like
and
going
it's
up.
like if they, you know, they could have a lot of secrets on like Savile Row and stuff. They would always put like little pennies or notes or whatever inside the lining. There's so much stuff that like, or so many little things that you could do that just you know about. Even like the Bad Bunny guy that wore Margiela, he was wearing a corset underneath, and no one would know. But like, the commitment to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
loved.
Yeah, I love the
You don't have to put that
patina.
part in. Just talking.
I love
The
the
patina. Yeah. But it's H&M. It's so surprising.
yeah. There was also multiple people wearing Ludovic, and I love Ludovic. I didn't care for the looks on this carpet. They didn't really do it for me. I think more men should have worn him. I think there was one man that wore Saint Sernin, but I feel like if somebody was going to wear him, it would have to be like a Timothée Chalamet or like some very young, like youthful looking, very glistening man, like no hair, like a Donatello statuesque, like late, like Hellenistic Greece, something like that. I would have loved to see. That would go with the decadent theme, but we didn't see that. There's Serena looked horrible. Venus looked great. I think she looked lovely. The way that I think the carpet reflected off of the mirrors actually made her look like she was disappearing, which I thought was cool. Yeah. I thought she was so tall. She was like 8 feet tall.
They're like already tall, yeah, and then they actually wear heels.
Yeah. So she looked like she was ascending for sure. She looked so good.
I do love this.
Undercover.
This is one of my absolute favorite looks because her necklace and like the top, it's also like a Sleeping Beauty, like the bell.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh,
necklace.
yes.
I thought that was like really cool to play on, and then the shape of the necklace is very like Disney princess.
Oh, I see.
Kind of like a ribbon, you know, little pearl or something. I don't know. I thought it was really cool, and I saw that she only knew she was going to the Met a week before, so having a week to put this all together. Some people have a very long time,
and they still don't do a good job.
Completely miss it. So I give her main props.
Yeah, and she's wearing the dress that's like the cover of the exhibit as well. So yeah. She's like number one for me. Weirdly, it's just like a decaying, like rotted t-shirt, but like the t-shirt, like the dress itself, whenever you actually look up close to it, she's wearing like silver beads, very, very small silver beads.
They look like staples. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, they look like they're contributing like to like the optical illusion that it's like kind of rotting away. Ismea Beauty did her hair and makeup.
I think it needs to be different hair though.
I agreed with you. I agreed with you, and then I saw up close shots of it from the back, and there's a lot more. It's not as like 90s as I thought it was with like the thicker strands. There's a lot of like smaller like frayed pieces that were coming off the back, so I ended up really liking it. But
like around her face though.
But Ismea did the beauty, and like the like eyebrows are being elongated a little bit more messy, and like the lips were like kind of smudged, and that's one of my favorite looks. For sure.
Oh, I loved her. I loved her.
Yes.
Isabel.
Let me see this. Sorry.
Isabel Hubert. I don't know what she is.
Beautiful.
It was great. And the way she walked up the steps.
And the people...
Didn't even fucking care if it would rip or not. And that's... I'm actually surprised we didn't see anyone walk up the steps with parts of their dress falling off and actually like decaying or like things falling off or ripping or you know.
Yeah, no like
No
performance.
theater.
Yeah,
aspect
absolutely
to
none.
it.
I absolutely adore this because it
Top 5
references.
for me.
Yeah. I remember seeing it whenever she came in the first, during the preview, like her walking in, and we were both like, oh my God, like, look at that train. And just obviously referencing like the seamstresses and like the hand sewing like techniques.
It's like an old,
of the late
kind of like an
1800s.
old wedding dress,
Yeah.
you know, that like
Yeah.
she just found. And it's not super fitting. It's not really tight. Like, it's loose. She has gloves.
Silk. That silk is silky, silky,
The
silky.
jewelry, I bet, is beautiful by Cartier.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You talk about this was one of your favorites, isn't it? The
I would
beads
say
from
so.
BCE, bitch.
1 and 2 BC.
That's crazy.
They sourced those beads. I mean, she was literally like one of the oldest things on the carpet. So that's cool.
On the planet.
Kept it.
On the planet. That's great. Yeah,
Kept
she looked
it
great.
simple with the hair and makeup. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was
I like how it's gathered.
it was everything it needed to be and nothing more. She did great.
Like you've said, everyone's like polished, right? Everyone looks so polished. Everyone, like their skin and everything and what they even talk about. And then this guy comes along and he's like, I don't know. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I wish somebody would just act like Jim Morrison on the red carpet.
Yeah, like
and
cause
just
a
fuck
scene.
around, you know?
Yeah.
But he kind of was. He was like slapping his gloves to people, you know, like doing little stuff. But I want somebody to like, you know, get banned.
Yeah.
Not get invited back next year. Be like, yeah, whatever. I came here and I performed.
Yeah. Everything's
And
so
it's not
controlled.
about the, yeah. And I feel like
Vogue needs that.
he was like the closest thing to that. And it was very tame and you only saw it in the background. But yeah. We need some rock stars to be invited, basically.
Yeah. It needs to be theater. I mean, you're on, like, you can do all of that, too, on, like, the carpet before you even get into the Met Gala. You know, if once you're inside, I know it's a lot of, it's a museum, so you have to act accordingly. But, like, on the, like, red carpet in there, like, cause a scene. Yeah, I agree with you. I think there should be a lot more going on, and I think Anna Wintour would benefit heavily from that as well.
And there's a way to do it. You can be collected and still, yeah, cause a scene or make a moment in history.
Yeah. I just think everybody's too...
It's all in how you answer a question or one prop that you bring. It's
weirdly in that way, I think, too, even with, like, the beauty and, like, the type of clothing that people are wearing, like, it's very... most of it is very like Apollonian and like very like ordered and crisp and too clean. That's why like actors and actresses and celebrities, aside from people like Doja Cat, let's say, like there's no messiness to them and they're too put together, they're too clean, they're too pretty, and like therefore there's no sex appeal, there's no like grittiness, nothing's going on, and like this decay and this decadence that I love so much that like some people I think participated in, like a lot of the other people it just doesn't feel the same because like, you know, somebody like Kendall Jenner wearing like an archival McQueen, you know, gown, it's just stale. You need somebody messy in a dress like that. You need somebody like barbaric and ridiculous in a dress like that. Because that's how he was, you know, like he was inspired by like prostitutes and like you need somebody with dirt, you know, and that's particularly like why I dislike the Kardashians so much for wearing those clothes and just other people in general. Like it's a decadence, you know, it's a nature, you know, like why doesn't somebody just come and crawl like covered in dirt? I really want to see more people that aren't. I mean, I know this is a fundraising thing, but surely there
$75K a ticket fundraising thing.
Yeah, like why aren't there? I think that there should be something going on.
No, they definitely can
invite
10 people that are nobodies.
Yeah,
you know,
or even a
to-
small-time designer or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
A student from the Royal College of Art to like a, you know.
Can you just
aspiring fashion
imagine
designer.
though if like Rick Owens was able to dress some people for this? He would have been great. It would have been cool.
Yeah, probably a custom garment like
To
specifically
see,
made
to
for the
see,
Met Gala.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. To see like Michelle even on the carpet would
Oh,
be so
my God.
cool. She would be in mud. She would literally be the one to be in mud and
Gold
clay and
yeah.
dripping. Like,
She probably would have put gems in each single one of her teeth.
yeah.
Oh my God, she would have been amazing.
It's like, why aren't they invited?
It's just it is about money. I am happy though, like I'm happy at any rate that there are very wealthy people that are contributing to to an institution as wonderful as the Metropolitan Museum of Art of the Costume Institute. These people that we shit on and we hate so much for, you know, their bad outfits or whatever, they are allowing people like conservators, let's say, to be able to keep the garment, like the literal one garment, like that this whole thing was based off of, the Charles Frederick Worth 1887 couture garment. Like to keep that, like to clean it and to like make sure that like all the threads are in place and to like store it and preserve it, like such a delicate garment, like
yeah.
like what did you say, it's 75,000 a person this year?
Went up 25K from last year.
So like I'm happy that there are people, celebrities, whatever, people, TikTok stars, whatever, that are able to contribute to this thing. Like a lot of people want to complain about wealth and greed and all that, but like we should also keep in mind that we should thank people with money, because they're the ones that are allowing a lot of the arts and a lot of these beautiful things to be maintained and for them to survive another 100 years.
And we get to talk shit and benefit off of their bad decisions. So also thank them for that.
Yeah. We can make this video. All right. Well, it was a pleasure. It was lovely. Yes, this is the Super Bowl of fashion. I had a big bottle of champagne yesterday. Prosecco.
Did you have all of it?
I certainly did.
Yeah, I forgot
did.
about it.
Yeah, to celebrate. It's
I'm
just
just
a real
grateful to
great time.
be able to talk about it, I guess, even like the day of, or get excited about it with you. The Met Gala was like the first thing that brought Celine and I together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I just assumed that she watched it. And then we watched it that night, or a couple of days later, I guess it was. But it was so exciting. I don't know.
That's like when you find somebody, especially where we were at the time, when you find somebody that
My
cares
whole
about
life,
fashion like that.
It's like you're the third person that I've been able to be like, let's watch the Met Gala.
Yeah. We invited other people too, and we were the only two people that ended up going.
Yeah.
So that's how you know, like a lot of people will talk about it, but you got a real one when you can invite them over and look at the looks together.
For hours.
That was a big thing. Yeah. That's enough.
We're not
No. This is Dove and Dose signing off. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's good to be back.
Thank you for joining me on my channel today. Please be nice to Cammie. She doesn't mean anything she says.
Not real.
Don't get heated in the comments. Don't get heated. All right. Bye. God. An hour and 40 minutes.